morning and welcome to Main's 5WH channel. Today's topic for us is emotional intelligence in IoT. So we all are living in a world where emotional quotient are becoming increasingly important, right? So in today's hyper-connected world of smart devices and appliances, our technology has lots of IQ but no EQ. A lot of cognitive intelligence but no emotional intelligence. So what if technology could understand our emotions? Can you think about that? What if our devices knew when to shut up and let us be and when to treat gently and support us? Okay? Same way, an emotionally intelligent friend could, the Internet of Things that can detect our emotional state and respond to it. So these are kind of innovations which are happening today in the world where we are trying to marry the emotional component EQ with your IoT, right? So let's take an example. Imagine your fridge working with you to eat healthier, okay? Or your wearable and TV is teaming up to get off the couch, okay? Your bathroom mirror senses that you're a bit stressed and interacts with you with your lighting to adjust it while turning on the right mood and enhancing the music automatically, right? A mood-aware IoT will not only bring these types of improvement in the smart home, it also has the potential to transform major industries. Let me speak about my experience. Like when you really go today to your home, I think all of this you can try. What's the big deal which has changed? It's just a static set of things you interact with. It could be your chair, it could be your sofa set, your TV, your fridge, right? It's all the things. And then human is full of emotions, right? It doesn't interact with you. So we're talking about how you can marry those devices with your emotions and it can really help you interact, etc. Right? Let's take an industry case because this looks very fancy for you because you're talking how a refrigerator. In healthcare and telemedicine, for example, right? You can have a mood-aware wearables and which can contribute to monitoring mental health and well-being, right? Perhaps it can even help those with depression track their emotional state and feed the data to the doctor if they want. It's possible for you to build some healthcare use cases. Okay, you can also do something very interesting like a car sense anger and help manage road rage. The car of the future, for example, could be an environment in which an automotive technology drivers and passengers engage and take action based on mood, right? Let's take an example on education. Could become much more interesting and effective and could lower dropout rates if students could turn on their emotion sensor so that the educational content adapts if they're distracted, bored or highly engaged. Let's take an example. You're watching my video and you feel it's boring or something and suddenly I need to capture my emotion and talk to you differently so that you can wake up, right? So such kind of interactive stuffs are happening. And you can also have something called an emotional chip, very much like a GPS location chip that is now part of many consumer devices. So what is an emotion chip? It could have an optical sensor and perhaps other sensors which can read your emotions, your facial expressions, your tone of voice, your physiology and make a lot of changes to it. These small chips could passively collect data about your emotional state, okay, and could leverage machine learning on device or in the cloud to make real-time inferences about your emotions. Okay. Let me take an example here again. When a device knows that you are stressed, it can modify its behavior to handle that. Okay. So all these are possibilities today. And you can also see that emotional sensing technology is moving from an experimental phase to a reality. A lot of times when I speak about these topics in a forum or universities or with customers, they always feel it looks very fictitious. No, right? These are getting real time. The field wristband, okay, and the mood metric ring use sensors today that read galvanic skin response, pulse and skin temperature to detect emotion in a limited way, right? So we implemented product. There's something called EmoSpark. It's a smart home device that creates an emotional profile based on combination of word choice, vocal characteristics, facial recognition, The profile is used to deliver, for example, your music, video and images according to your mood, right? And even a wearable can detect physical traces like heart rate, blood pressure, skin temperature. It can give clues about your mood, right? So voice analysis is detecting emotion too. You have heard about affective computing, where our devices can take inputs from multiple sources like sensors, audio and pattern recognition to detect emotion. It's starting to become a very, very real part of our experience with technology. So we are changing into a new world called Internet of Emotional Things, right? The next generation of emotion sensing technology will challenge designer to really get in touch with emotions, positive and negative, okay? And it can actually help you to create new different levels of computing, right? So let me give an example of an app which you can go and check on. Chubble is an example of an app that lets you share live moments with your friends and see their emotional reaction in real time. In other words, emotionally intelligent technology will let us share our emotion explicitly and in more subtle ways. You can also heard about a Pepper, an emotion sensing robot companion. It's just popular with consumers, but it's being used by company to provide customer support service. So it can really understand like you're facing a challenge and it can be very emotional to you, right? So in the future what happens? Emotion will be designed into the experience. For example, the text your mobile wallet sent to you tell you that your impulse clothing purchase won't make you happy will be designed, okay? The screen on your refrigerator that cautions you to wait 20 minutes before deciding to bingo on ice cream after a stressful day will be designed. The visualization of your child's emotional data during a school day and suggested responses will also be designed, right? So machine learning is a technology which will help you to uncover better ways to quantify, analyze emotion, and you could see that this is going to be a very, very interesting word about. So how does the real-time monitoring of emotion impact the IoT? Right? So the cutting-edge technology being harnessed by advertising industry could take IoT a fascinating new directions. Okay? For example, an ad agency are beginning to use emotion detection solutions which employs webcams to track the movement of a muscle groups on a person's face to understand the reactions to the videos and other contents. Right? It can also be used to build an empathetic entertainments. Basically, you go to a sports stadium or event organizers, you can use connected cameras and algorithms to monitor how live audience is reacting to what they are watching. Okay? In a music concert, you can do the similar kind of thing. It can also be used to understand your customers and employees. Rather than asking a consumer to rank their shopping, this is just boring stuff, right? You take a form and put 1, 5, tell them to mark it. Instead that, you ask a consumer to rank retail goods connected in store cameras. The way the customer looks after he walks out of the store can be used to implicitly decide something, right? You can look at what is the emotional state. You can also do better citizen engagement without even going and walking into his door by the government for us to gauge people's reaction to billboards, proposing a new road, a new transit stations. All this can be done by integrating these two technologies, right? So that's going to be a very interesting world ahead, emotional intelligence and then how it works with IoT and other surround technologies like AI and etc. So thanks for watching the video and please subscribe to this channel for more interesting stuff coming up.